Special operations units carry platforms the average shooter cannot access. That's the accepted narrative. Restricted procurement, classified loadouts, pistols built exclusively for elite units, locked behind clearance walls, no civilian buyer crosses. 8 pistols proved that assumption wrong, not civilian alternatives, not downgraded variants. The same operational platforms, same action systems, same tolerance standards, same proven reliability, available to any qualified buyer in 2026. 8 special ops pistols, no clearance required. Here's what the exclusivity myth kept from reaching your hands. This video is for educational purposes only and does not promote harm or unsafe use of firearms. Number 8. SIG Sauer P365 XMacro. The SIG Sauer P365. XMacro feels like the moment concealed carry pistols stopped accepting compromise. For years, shooters believed you had to choose between capacity, shootability, and concealment. Then, SIG dropped the XMacro and completely changed the equation. This pistol carries the DNA of modern special operations thinking, maximum efficiency in the smallest possible footprint. The first thing that hits you is capacity. 17 rounds inside a handgun. This slim would have sounded impossible a decade ago, yet the XMacro somehow carries like a compact while fighting like a duty pistol. That's exactly why it fits the spirit of this list. It's the kind of firearm a serious operator could realistically trust in close-quarters defensive situations where speed and control matter more than size alone. The integrated compensator transforms the shooting experience, flattening recoil in a way that makes rapid strings feel almost surgical. The trigger breaks cleanly with a fast reset that rewards aggressive shooting, while the textured grip module locks into the hand even under sweat and pressure. But what truly makes the XMacro special is adaptability. Optics-ready capability, modular frame design, and proven reliability give it the flexibility modern tactical shooters demand. This isn't a nostalgic war relic. It's a reflection of where combat pistols are headed next. And despite all that advanced engineering, it remains something ordinary civilians can legally own and carry in 2026. That's what makes it dangerous. The SIG Sauer P365 XMacro brings elite-level capability into the everyday world, blurring the line between concealed carry handgun and true tactical fighting pistol. Number 7. Walther PPS M2. The Walther PPS M2 doesn't look like a pistol built for special operations culture, and that's exactly what makes it so effective. There are no oversized controls, flashy slide cuts, or exaggerated tactical aesthetics screaming for attention. Instead, the PPS M2 was engineered around something elite units actually value: discretion combined with absolute efficiency. This is the kind of handgun that disappears under clothing yet remains fully capable when situations become violent without warning. The slim frame feels almost effortless to carry, but once rounds start going down range, the pistol reveals a completely different personality. The ergonomics are classic Walther, natural, refined, and unbelievably intuitive. The grip angle guides the sights onto target with almost instinctive precision, while the trigger delivers a crisp, clean break that feels far more refined than most compact carry pistols in its category. Under recoil, the PPS M2 remains surprisingly composed for such a thin handgun, allowing controlled follow-up shots without the violent snap many single-stack pistols suffer from. But here's where it earns its place on this list. The PPS M2 reflects the philosophy behind covert carry firearms trusted by professionals worldwide: reliability over hype. It's compact enough for deep concealment, yet dependable enough to stake your life on. The slide cycles with smooth confidence, the controls stay simple under stress, and the overall design avoids unnecessary complications that can fail in real-world conditions. In 2026, surrounded by oversized tactical handguns chasing trends, the Walther PPS M2 still dominates because it understands something many pistols forget. True fighting guns are built to be carried constantly, not just admired at the range. Number 6. SAR9 Compact X. The SAR9 Compact X feels like the kind of pistol that quietly earns respect the hard way. It doesn't arrive with massive military contracts or flashy marketing campaigns behind it. Yet once shooters actually spend time with it, the reaction is almost always the same. This thing shoots far above its price class. Built with Turkish engineering influenced by rigorous NATO-style testing standards, the SAR9 Compact X carries the rugged personality of a duty handgun while remaining compact enough for concealed carry. That balance is exactly why it fits the spirit of modern special operations sidearms. The grip design immediately stands out. Deep texturing and aggressive ergonomics lock the pistol into your hand like a combat tool instead of a casual range toy. Under recoil, the gun stays planted and controlled, allowing fast follow-up shots without fighting excessive muzzle rise. The trigger has a surprisingly clean break, with a tactile reset that keeps shooting rhythm smooth and deliberate. But what really separates the SAR9 Compact X is durability. This pistol was built to survive hard use, rough environments, and constant training cycles without becoming unreliable. The slide feels overbuilt in the best possible way, and the internal components give the impression of a handgun engineered for long-term abuse rather than temporary trends. Now, this is where things change. In 2026, many shooters are searching for special operations-style pistols without spending premium-tier money. The SAR9 Compact X answers that demand perfectly. It delivers tactical capability, aggressive styling, and real-world dependability in a package civilians can actually own, train with, and trust daily. Number 5. Arex Delta Gen 2 M. The Arex Delta Gen 2 M feels like a pistol designed by people who studied modern combat handguns and decided to eliminate every unnecessary weakness. Built in Slovenia with a heavy focus on reliability and practical performance, the Delta Gen 2 M carries the cold efficiency you'd expect from a sidearm influenced by military and law enforcement priorities. It doesn't rely on legacy status or marketing hype to earn attention. Instead, it wins shooters over through pure functionality. The frame is lightweight without feeling fragile, and the ergonomics immediately create a sense of control the moment the pistol settles into your hand. The undercut trigger guard and aggressive grip texture help lock the firearm in place during recoil, making rapid strings feel stable and deliberate rather than chaotic. The trigger itself has a clean, predictable break with a short reset that encourages fast, accurate shooting under pressure. But what truly gives the Delta Gen 2 M its special ops personality is reliability under harsh conditions. This pistol was engineered to function in dirt, rain, sweat, and extended firing schedules without becoming temperamental. The slide cycles with mechanical confidence, and the overall design avoids unnecessary complexity that could fail when seconds matter. In 2026, civilians want firearms that reflect professional-grade capability without requiring military budgets. That's exactly where the Arex Delta Gen 2 M dominates. It delivers modern tactical performance, optic-ready versatility, and rugged dependability in a streamlined package that feels purpose-built for serious defensive use rather than range day entertainment. Number 4. Glock 19 Gen 5. The Glock 19 Gen 5 is what happens when decades of combat experience, law enforcement feedback, and real-world survival get compressed into one handgun. This pistol didn't become legendary because of advertising. It earned its reputation in holsters, patrol cars, training facilities, and conflict zones across the world. By the time the Gen 5 arrived, the Glock 19 was already considered one of the most trusted fighting pistols ever made. The newer generation simply refined a formula that special operations units and professional shooters had depended on for years. The absence of finger grooves gave the grip a cleaner, more universal feel, while the improved barrel design tightened accuracy without sacrificing the brutal reliability Glock is known for. Under recoil, the pistol feels controlled and predictable, almost mechanical, in the way it snaps back onto target after every shot. The trigger is smoother than older generations, offering a cleaner break while maintaining the consistency shooters rely on under stress. But the real reason the Glock 19 Gen 5 dominates is simplicity. There are no unnecessary systems to slow you down when pressure hits. It feeds, fires, ejects, and repeats with a level of dependability that turned it into a benchmark for modern combat handguns. In 2026, civilians still chase this pistol because it represents more than just a firearm. It represents trust. Compact enough to conceal, large enough to fight with, and durable enough to survive years of abuse. Number 3. Smith & Wesson M and P9M 2.0 Compact. The Smith & Wesson M and P9M 2.0 Compact feels like a pistol built by people who understood exactly what professional shooters needed from a modern fighting handgun. This isn't a flashy range toy pretending to be tactical. The M and P9M 2.0 Compact was engineered around real-world control, durability, and adaptability, the same qualities that made the platform popular among law enforcement agencies and tactical teams across the country. The moment you grip it, the aggressive texture makes its purpose clear. This pistol is designed to stay planted in your hand under stress, sweat, rain, or rapid fire. The low-bore axis and improved frame geometry keep recoil surprisingly flat, allowing the shooter to drive the gun aggressively without losing control between shots. The trigger, especially compared to older M and P generations, feels sharper and more refined, with a cleaner break and a tactile reset that encourages fast follow-up fire. But what really gives the M 2.0 Compact its special operations personality is balance. It's large enough to fight confidently, yet compact enough to carry daily without becoming uncomfortable. The steel chassis system inside the frame adds rigidity and durability that becomes obvious after heavy use. This isn't a fragile concealed carry trend gun. It's a hard-use sidearm built for years of training and defensive readiness. In 2026, civilians still gravitate toward the M and P9M 2.0 Compact because it delivers something rare. Duty-grade performance in a package ordinary people can actually own, carry, and trust when everything goes wrong. Number 2. KelTec P15. The Kel-Tech P15 feels like a pistol created from a special operations mindset, focused on one thing above all else: maximum firepower with minimum bulk. The first time you hold it, the dimensions almost seem deceptive. This handgun is incredibly slim and lightweight, yet somehow carries 15 rounds in a package small enough for deep concealed carry. That combination alone makes it stand out in 2026, especially for civilians searching for tactical-level capability without carrying a full-size duty pistol every day. But the P15 is more than just capacity. Once rounds start going downrange, the pistol reveals a surprisingly controllable shooting character for something this compact. The fiber optic sights snap onto target quickly, and the trigger has a smooth rolling break that encourages fast defensive shooting instead of slow, deliberate fire. Under recoil, the gun stays flatter than many shooters expect, especially considering how light the frame feels in the hand. Now, this is where things get interesting. The Kel-Tech P15 reflects the same philosophy that shaped many modern covert carry sidearms used by professionals: mobility, concealment, and high capacity without unnecessary weight. It's designed for people who move constantly and need a firearm that disappears until the moment it's needed. Reliability discussions around Kel-Tech products have always divided the gun community, but the P15 proved far more capable than many critics expected. In a world filled with oversized tactical pistols, the P15 dominates by doing the opposite, staying compact, efficient, and ready for close-quarters defense whenever conditions turn dangerous. Number 1. HKV P9. The HKV P9 feels like a pistol engineered with zero tolerance for weakness. From the moment the slide moves, there's a level of precision that immediately separates it from ordinary striker-fired handguns. Heckler Koch built the VP9 with the same cold, methodical philosophy that made the company legendary among military and law enforcement professionals worldwide. This isn't a pistol chasing trends. It's a combat-ready sidearm designed to survive brutal use while maintaining surgical consistency. The ergonomics are where the VP9 truly begins to dominate. The interchangeable grip panels and side inserts allow the firearm to mold naturally into the shooter's hand, creating an almost custom-fitted feel. Under recoil, the VP9 remains remarkably flat and stable, making rapid shots feel controlled instead of frantic. The trigger is another major advantage: clean, crisp, and refined in a way many striker-fired pistols struggle to achieve. Every press feels deliberate, with a reset sharp enough to reward aggressive shooting under pressure. But what really gives the VP9 its special operations reputation is durability combined with refinement. This pistol handles mud, heat, heavy firing schedules, and hard training without sacrificing reliability or mechanical smoothness. The charging supports on the rear of the slide even reflect practical tactical thinking, giving shooters more control during stressful manipulations. In 2026, civilians continue chasing the HK-VP9 because it offers something rare, professional-grade engineering in a handgun that feels equally suited for concealed carry, home defense, or serious tactical training. Outro. Special operations units don't choose pistols based on hype. They choose what survives pressure, chaos, and real-world violence. And every handgun on this list carries part of that same DNA. Some prioritize concealment, others dominate through capacity and control, but all of them prove civilians can still own serious fighting pistols in 2026. Now I want to hear from you. Which one would you trust when everything goes wrong? Drop your choice below, subscribe, and stay locked in for more cinematic firearm breakdowns.